go. It took a second to get the music off there, but welcome to the chat, everyone. Whoever is tuning in, big ups. We've got Alf in the chat at the moment, so big ups to you, Alf. But yeah, here we are, talking about Man City and what we should be lining up with for the remainder of the season. Struggled with an idea of a stream today, but I wanted to stream, so I decided we'd do this. A lineup that, if we could decide on the lineup, what lineup we would have for every remaining game of basically the Premier League season. I know in the FA Cup will rotate a bit, but if it was just the Premier League, what lineup we would send out for every single match of it. That's what we've got to be looking at. So yeah, here we are. 5-3-3, says Alf. If people complain about us having an extra player, just remind them that we are the best cheaters. Villa 1, Bruges 5, and then Bruges will go on to win the treble. I'm not delusional. You never know. Maybe Club Bruges got a way back. We'll see, I guess. You can do a watch along on that, maybe. But anyway, let's share this tab now. Share the tab. Boom. Currently, it's just a blank set of players, but we're gonna pick. We're gonna get rid of some of the open goals out of here, which is Haaland. Excuse me. Vardio. I think that's basically it for the open nets. I think I'd want Edison, to be honest, over anyone. Yeah, I'm doing a watch along. Cool. Very cool. I think these are the most obvious ones. I also think you got to put Savinho in here, but I think that's a matter of where. For our back line, what are we thinking for back line? I'm thinking you go. Surely you go Kusanov, Diaz. You know, with everyone else basically being injured, Diaz, Stones, Ake, and Akanji. You know, unless you want to risk Vitor Hayes or Kojuma Bar back from loan, or go Simpson Puse again. Centre backs are Kusanov, Ruben and Kusanov, surely. Yeah, it's got to be them, hasn't it? Right back, it's between Nunes and Rico. Both offering something a little bit different. You know, you got Nunes is probably a bit more likely to get skinned, but you've got Rico who can get bullied off the ball a bit. I think I would go Rico personally. I think I'd feel a little bit more confident with Rico. That would be my back four. That's for the midfield too. You got to put Nico G in here, don't you? Nico Gonzalez, make that shirt number 14. Big up 7 that's tuning in. Just gonna start a poll. Let me know your input on the starting 11 there. Well, 11 for the remainder of the season. After this, we'll probably have a look at some City news and go back to that if we want to. There you go. There's the poll in the chat. Make sure to pop a like and leave the vote. Oh, this one's such a weird one. I think that one's one of the most annoying ones to do, so I'm going to leave that. Now, there's a couple of combos you could go on this front three. Because for me here, I think I want Marmouche. Okay. Don't get me wrong, De Bruyne, I think he can be someone off the bench, but I think Marmoush should be the main guy. We gotta have these two start together. The one game that they did properly have like a proper good start. Can rotate Doku Savinio as you please. Left back, insane shout. Left back, Grealish. Centre backs, Vardio Diaz. Right back, Kusanov. 6-8-10, Nico Kova Marmoush. Left wing, Savinio, Haaland, Doku. Ooh, the insane shout there is obviously Grealish slipping into left back. I think I can see what you mean, because Grealish isn't that bad defensively. Like, you do see him tracking back a lot and helping out, and obviously Grealish would be that guy that, like, just pretend that this is Grealish. He'd be that guy that, like, transitions into midfield and helps out here if he was playing left back. That's a very interesting shout, not what I've heard. At this rate, I'll take Zinni back, yeah. Yeah, because eventually you want these two, don't you? You know, haven't really seen Vardy at centre back much with City, whether that is by design or whether it's just because of circumstance. Maybe we're yet to see, but yeah, Grealish at left. You know what? I'm not going to scratch that off, but let's just keep an eye on that. Grealish can't be worse at left back than anything we've got right back in my logic. It's very risky though. It'd have to be one of those things where Pep just like throws him in there and see if it's a bit of a make or break for him. I get what you're saying. Though completely. We'll save it. You know what? But just because of the interestingness of that shout, we'll take Vardy out of there real quick. Savinio, would you go Savinio left or you go Doku left? I think you got to go Doku left, don't you? And plus, if you put Savinio left, you probably have to go Foden right. And I don't know if I want Foden right. So, yeah, that's probably your front four. Can do that at the end of the game, see how it works. Yeah. Good shout. So who did we say to play alongside him? In the middle, Kova. Yeah, I think Kova is probably the best bet here. Then Garlic, there'll be Bernardo and Gunda. Gotta be Kova there, though, isn't it? Doku and Savinio should rotate all game with each other, in my opinion. So like one starts on the left, one starts at right, but as the game progresses, maybe one goes over to the right side and one obviously goes to the left. Okay, not a bad shout. It's not awful. Gunda and Bernardo can maybe do 10 mins off the bench. Yeah, no more than that. We cannot give them starts, especially Gunda. No offense to Gunda, love Gunda, but he just can't do it no more. I think we'll stick Vardio here for now, because Vardio has done very well this season there. But I think that Grealish thing is something to really take into consideration. It will never happen. Or at least I don't think it will. Hey, maybe you've beaten Pep to a masterclass tactic, but we will see. Hello, Tossif, big ups. If one of the fullbacks gets a yellow, put Doku on him for the rest of the game. Absolutely. This is huge. I don't see us capitalising enough on trying to get fullbacks booked. Doku is actually so perfect for it. And I'll have a quick look at it now just to really show how like important it is. There's a specific game I want to have a look at with Doku. Here we go. So, share tab. Duels. Here. 16 duels won for Doku. This is against Liverpool. 7 lost. And the 73% win rate. Got fouled once. Look, he's unlucky to not get Trent booked, to be honest. You know, Trent didn't ever foul Doku, but always lost to him. You know, I mean, look at this: 16 out of 22 duels won, and 2 out of 14 won for Trent. I mean, that is not a nice record. Only won 3 duels and lost 12. Not a very good record. Arteta's mighty challenges. Welcome to the chat. Lewis for next season. I've seen enough. Connect. This guy don't want to put Rodri back in. Well, Rodri's injured right now, Arteta. So that is difficult. The stream of the title says the title of the stream says how Man City must sign up for the rest of this season. Nothing for next season. Yeah, but there's another look at it. Next season, lad, I'd hope. The stream of the title. I know, perfect English that. Rodri will be back anyway. I really don't want to play him. No offense to him. I just worry over his fitness. If you play Lewis, will win, and you'll win nothing. So what? Play Núñez instead. Where do you think Man City will finish this season? Best I can say is I think we'll get Champions League football. So I think we're getting at least 5th. We all know he will play. Who? Núñez or Lewis? For me, it's pick your poison when it comes to right back. They're going to mess up either way. From everything we've seen. Getting a message. Quickly put the phone on silent. If Lewis plays knocked out versus Bournemouth and grouped in Club World Cup. If Rodri gets injured again, we're done before next season even started. How can we get UCL football if we finish 5th? Basically, it's all down to UEFA rankings of clubs. I think the top 2 clubs get an extra spot in terms of Champions League in that league, and apparently England is like top of that at the moment. So that's how it works essentially, and as long as it keeps going the way it's going, the 5th spot will be allowed Champions League football. The 2 clubs who have the most points this season get an extra spot for next season. Yeah, there you go. Pep needs to stop playing Bernardo. He can't keep starting him. Can't keep the 2 leagues. Yeah, 2 leagues. If City doesn't get top 4 after spending 200 million in January, thoughts on Pep? I mean, it's disappointing. Those signings were meant to come in and help us finalise top 4. Look, the biggest thing we can say now for City. Okay, let's just have a quick look at our Premier League fixtures. But the best thing we can say right now for City and our schedule is we are out of that February period. Don't get me wrong, it's not a walk in the park now, of course it's not. But we are out of this period, This was a awful time for huge games. Arsenal, Madrid twice, Newcastle, Liverpool, Tottenham, Forest. Those are some huge games. Some we came out on top, some we lost. But the main thing is now, this isn't a walk in the park, like I said, but I mean, just look at it. We've got a lot of Etihad games coming up. Out of our remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games, not including the Club World Cup, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games. That's more than we do away games. And this one, FA Cup, will eventually just go to Wembley if we go through. How did Pep ruin Marmouche? I think ruined Marmouche is a bit harsh. I think we got to give Marmouche and all our signings a bit more time. Some of them hit the ground running quicker than others. January is a very difficult time for a player to join a club. You get no preseason. You're basically thrown into the deep end. Some players, they work off of that. It really works for them, but some of them do need adjustment periods. How did Pep ruin? And yeah, I don't even think Marmouche has been bad. I've done a video about the game against Forest recently. All I say is I'll cry if Bernardo's still here next season. He literally scored. He will be here next season, I would like to say. Yeah, I don't, unless a Saudi club comes in and he fancies the money. Pep, he plays Bernardo behind him, and Marmoush makes 10 runs. I think this is annoying. Okay, I think this is more on the players than it is Pep, but the fact that he keeps putting Bernardo there is doing him no favours. Bernardo and most of the squad just isn't really picking. Hi Rose, welcome to the chat. It just aren't picking up on Marmoush's great runs. Marmoush is making really good runs, but it's just not many people are picking up on them, and Bernardo included. And so yeah, he's not doing himself any favours. They've really got to nail that on the training ground. Needs to get that chemistry going quickly. You know, sadly, Marmoush isn't coming in like Haaland did with like De Bruyne at its peak of his powers. When Haaland joined, he had De Bruyne basically in that in his basically final years of like that prime time for De Bruyne. And Haaland got to play with that. Marmoush has sadly not joined in that environment, which isn't helping him. We can all see how good yeah, basically the same thing. Nice. Bernardo is worse than Gundo this season. Bernardo does nothing. I know Bernardo is just like an empty vessel of the engine he once provided. He put Gundogan there once and he scored a hat-trick. Unforgivable. Yeah, to be fair, he did. Do you think we can sign 400 hits in the summer? I don't know, Tarsi. It's a very difficult deal. I think maybe if we put McAtee in and throw in like 120 million, maybe a little bit more, maybe it works. But City don't actually want to lose McAtee. But from what we're hearing, if McAtee says, I want to leave, they won't stop him, type thing, reluctantly. Already a 15-minute video of Bernardo refuses to pass forward to Marmoush. Tassif. And yes, will is a different question. Yeah, City have the money to sign anyone. Okay, but we like to use our money in sparing ways. Our worst midfielder of the season, all he does is keep the ball in the team, and we don't need that from him right now. I know. Look, Bernardo for me, he's a good player to come on near the end, hold the ball, slow the game down. He's not that player anymore that like helps us drive it forward, a bit of tiki-taka. In there. He's not that guy anymore. His dribbling isn't to the highest level anymore. But yeah. I'm beginning to dislike Connect. Let's be honest. If we had Lamine Yamal, he would be rotting in the academy. It's an interesting one. I think if we signed Lamine Yamal now, he'd obviously come in. But if he was in our academy, that is an interesting one. I don't know how Pep would be. Because, I mean, he gave Eric Garcia a chance. But I can see what you're saying there. I do think the lack of use of the academy this season has been frustrating, especially in awful periods. But yeah, it's not impossible that we could have Lamine Yamal in our academy. Signing good players is different from bringing them through the academy. Yeah, that's true. Signing players is different from bringing them through. But yeah, I mean, we got great academy talent. There's no doubt. I mean, look at some of the academy talents that come through and just have not really played much football for us, or not as much as they probably should have with their talent. You know, Romeo Lavia, Cole Palmer, Brahim Diaz. I mean, there's more. You know, Delap. You know, he just spent his time on loan essentially. Why won't he use Echeverry? Just for valid reasons. Well, to be fair, Echeverry's been technically available for like 2 games. And like, I wouldn't even really class him available for this. He'd been in the country for like 2 days, so he's really been available for 1. So, and for me, I don't know. I don't know why he's not even featuring on bench is the annoying part for me. You know, wasn't even on bench. He needs to feature here, surely. Like, I don't see how he doesn't feature here. I would be so curious. At least on the bench against Bournemouth. One player right now that you would take from Liverpool and put them in the City team. Ooh, good question. There's a few Liverpool players that I really like. Ryan Gravenberch, he's someone. He's quite good. Ryan Gravenberch would be great. Just trying to think if there are other great talent. I mean, I wouldn't mind Salah if he was delivering what he's doing for Liverpool right now with us. But yeah, I think I'd take Gravenberch. Good age profile. And if he keeps going up the way he's going, no Salah Van Dijk too easy. Yeah, it's got to be Gravenberch. Look at how good PSG were last night. It shows how far we've fallen in 2 years. Whose fault is that? Partly the board. O'Reilly's on the bench sitting there. Why not just put Echeverry there if you're not going to use O'Reilly? Yeah, I know. This frustrates me. You've got these academy players on the bench, McAtee, O'Reilly predominantly, and throughout the season you've seen other players like Wright, Simpson Poussey, Wilson Esbrand even for a time, and a couple others here and there featuring on the bench, and they're just not getting a sniff off the team. If O'Reilly is that below the bar for what he needs in his team, if the trust is not there whatsoever, why not put Blinken, what's his name? Why not put Echeverry on bench at least? Give him his spot. Unless Echeverry is doing that bad, but I don't think he is. Everything I hear is just good. Poussey played well, and we stopped calling him for some reason. I think Poussey came in at a really unfortunate time. He got really thrown in deep end. I think he played 3 away games in a row. Such a bad time to have to play for us. I only feel for him, but yeah, I hope he gets another chance because I don't even think he was that bad. Yes, how are you? I'm good. Did you see how fast paced PSG were? Possession for a reason, like Pep 25 football. Blinken at Arteta. Alright. I know you don't like this City, but I like him and I respect him in my chat, so let's not have anything no beef in chat or anything like that. You're both more than welcome. Well, he's more than welcome here. And you're welcome here, Arteta, but just be careful. I hate Pep. He used Poussey on purpose to connect. He used Poussey. I don't think he did it. I don't think that was his reason, to be honest. I don't think that was his reason. Let me know if you change anything on this team, MCFR. Let's hear your input. Ooh. Why his player ratings are... Because, I don't know, he's always been great in the chat. And look, his player ratings, they're different to my player ratings, and that's absolutely fine. Hey, I gave Foden a 0.5 the other week. Just gonna have a look at City Extra, see if we got any news we can have any look at. If not, I'll probably wrap this up. Sergio Gomez, I think that is, yeah. Bit of history on Kusanov, James Rodriguez. Nothing there. Let's have a look. Haaland. I mean, look at this, by the way. Phil Foden has been well below on the races, to say the least. and he's got second most goal contributions. I think that just shows you the state of where we're at. Phil Foden plays poor almost every game he plays. To be fair, it's bizarre how Pep randomly put an academy player in our toughest time, but used no one else. Did you see PSG last night? Wow, Luis Enrique saved us from boring football. I didn't watch the game. Kept my eye on it eagerly. Tried to watch a bit here and there, but I couldn't watch the game. I was busy at the time, I'm afraid. But yeah, there you go. I wouldn't put it past Pep to do it, but I don't think he did. What was our situation like at the time? Did you see Fabio Capello? Where can I find these? Let me know where I can find them. I'll try soon. We're getting old news now. He just thrown him out of nowhere sporting, so bizarre TBH. I know, what was our squad like at the time? Because that was weird. Did we have injuries? Because I know Diaz was injured at least. I've got to know what the injuries were. Because maybe then I can make some sense of it. Try and see why you would do that. Ake was on bench. Wouldn't surprise me if he just recovered from injury, but still. Very curious. Maybe it is a fan stop Jan's play. Academy players, who knows? Don't think so. Nuno Mendes, best left back in the world, incredible. I know he had a brilliant game. I did hear that much. I know he had like a phenomenal game against PSG. Yeah, I only heard good things on his performance. And the PSG probably deserve that, especially after their first leg performance. I don't know how the second leg went in terms of performance. I think it was a lot tighter. I know the ball started quite well, but didn't score. Yeah, but there you go. A weird one, but hey, look, Liverpool can't even get any sort of treble now this season, which is just enough to put a grin on my face. So there you go. Look, though, I'm going to wrap it up now. Big ups to everyone who tuned in. Nuno Mendes, absolutely incredible first leg. Second leg, phenomenal attacking and defending. There you go. Sounds like the perfect fullback. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Oh, we didn't want to play 40 million. Blink at that. What are we coming to? PSG got 55 shots over the 2 legs. Man, only 1 went in. Quite crazy. Anyway, though, thank you for tuning in. This is Sissy, Arteta, Alpha Varka, Rosa, Tarsif, and anyone else who tuned in along the way. Another fun stream to do. Struggled with content this week, but I know it's a bit weird when there's no UCL football to do too much talking about for City, but oh well, here we are. Again, if you like the stream, make sure to like, subscribe, and also post a Kusanov video earlier, which is done I say earlier, yesterday, which is done pretty good to be fair. So yeah, if you're interested in watching a video about Kusanov, just and how he's really helped us this season since joining, feel free to go watch that. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one.